So I wanted to make this video. As a follow-up to this one, I just made this video yesterday, 2026, the year of the red fire horse equals war. And I was seeing a lot of signs that were pointing towards war. And I wanted to make a follow-up video because I'm seeing a lot of things pointing towards this, more further confirmations. And now I'm not setting any dates or anything, but it just seems like the timing is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'll use the same word I use in my other print, coalescing, but they all seem to be coming to a head in 2026 about war and the revealing of the Antichrist to the world, because most people don't know that the Antichrist is, I believe the Antichrist is Trump, but he is going to be revealed as the beast in the upcoming year, I believe, or even in 2027. But I find this all interesting, how this is all coming together, and I want to thank, before I forget, I want to thank AZJ, one of my commenters, and I'm also sub to him too. He gave me some great links that really tie into this whole leading up to war and the alien agenda and the possible coming of the fallen angels, and who we know, people call them the aliens, but they are the fallen angels. And the, whole blue beam, it's all kind of tying together. But I wanted to get into this because here's something interesting that I found that, as far as timing, many world leaders, many people who have been, in the know of the timing that they've known about the Antichrist and when it's going, World War III, and when it's going to be revealed. They've said that World War III is going to be a very short war, and I want to go to this link talking about this former Illuminati Satanist, Doc Marquis, said once World War III begins, the Antichrist will arise on the world scene in 13 weeks, which really is like literally 3 months. So I believe that the official World War III that they've been planning, forever, is going to be very short, but then it's going to be the war that reveals the individual who I believe is the Antichrist as the beast officially. And I talked about that in this video I'd made here called How the Antichrist Actually Becomes the Beast. And I just want to play a little bit of what I had said in that video, because it ties into how we're now going to have the World Cup being hosted. And that's going to be, the World Five Cup is going to be in 2026, and it's going to be hosted by the United States. I think also in Mexico too. But the World Cup is significant because it's all pointing to the beast. Beast arising, war. The Antichrist is revealed to the world after this World War III. And I want to play a little clip of what I'd said in that video. Well, I want to get back to that scripture I said I would get back to. It says here in Revelation 9:1, starting, it says, "And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key, now keep that in mind, of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit." Now, recently, we'll go to it. Recently, Trump held a task force for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, because apparently next year in 2026, America is going to host the World Cup, the FIFA. Okay, the FIFA World Cup is Trump held this task force in the White House, and and they were talking about this trophy. I called it a statue in the video, but he was talking about this official trophy for the FIFA World Cup, and this was a very big deal. And why it was so unusual, why it got my attention was the actual shape and how this whole trophy worked. Well, you'll see the symbology. You'll see the symbology in what I talked about in the video here. Let me just play that again. World Cup here in the United States. And he invited President Gianni Infantino to speak in the White House. And President Gianni unveiled this very, very interesting World Cup statue. Now, I'll just play a little bit of it, and I want you to observe what he does with Trump and what is handed to Trump.
Sure, this is a unique trophy. This is the trophy, but it's not finished because it's unlike any other trophy. There is a key.
Oh, wow.
There is no other sports trophy like that.
Oh, that is, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait.
Wow. That's enormous.
And that's the trophy.
Okay, look who's holding the key to this particular trophy. Now, I personally believe this trophy is a representation, a cryptic representation of the bottomless pit, just because of all the way it is very, very unusual. I've never seen a trophy like that, but I think it is representative. How it moves, and I'll just turn the sound off. How it moves, all these. It looks like going into a dimensional portal. I believe that, my personal opinion is I believe that represents the bottomless pit. But did you notice who got the key? Who got the key? Well, there he is, Trump with a key in his hand. I mean, I think that's very telling. I think that's another ritual done showing who this orange man is. Okay, yes, I was talked about him being the Antichrist, but he's going to become the beast, and I believe this happens after World War III. And another, I want to play this video. This is another video pointing, I'll just play a few minutes of it, but it's pointing to, well, let's listen. He's pointing, it's saying war in 2026. And then this is very interesting video. Again, thank you, AZJ. This is, I'll just play the commercial and then we'll play it. But it talks about how Cristiano Ronaldo, it's all very, the symbology is very much about the Antichrist and the final war, World Cup 2026. This is the official song for the World Cup.
When God's went quiet, his heart still roared. Immortals will that the stars adore. From island wind to sacred ground, his spirit rises, the world turns around. Through fear and faith, through joy and pain,
Okay, so I won't play the whole thing, but this is all pointing towards the Antichrist. The Antichrist, it's just all the symbology and one last war, and he said his soul's on fire or something like that. It's all very interesting how this is all coalescing to the beast arising. And I believe that the war comes before he is actually becomes the beast. But I wanted to also talk about, if I can find it. What's interesting about here, and also too, some people may be familiar. This film, Disclosure Day, it's all about the revealing of the, aliens. Aliens. This is coming out in June of 2026. So what I'm saying is I think the timing is they want to have this, they want to bring out, this is going to be a big deal, Disclosure Day. I think this is a big deal for the powers that shouldn't be. They want the world to know, we're disclosing that the aliens they will be coming. They're putting it in the collective consciousness. And then, this World Cup is going to be held in June. I believe it's June something to July. So it's also in the summertime of 2026. And also, too, I did want to mention AZJ, who gave me this link, also had made a really great video. So go watch him on BitChute, AZJ. He talked about the summertime being this summertime of slaughter, helter skelter. Well, I think these events are going to happen, and then as a result, maybe following a few months later, there's going to be the war, and then that is going to be the revealing of the Antichrist, because I believe the Antichrist is revealed after the war. He's several, people have talked about how he comes on the heels of war. It's like World War III is needed to manifest the beast. And as I said, it's going to be a short, according to Illuminati Satanist Doc Marquis, it's going to be a short war. I hope I've explained that well. I think this is all pointing to the beast, Trump being revealed as the beast. Perhaps he is transformed into the beast at the end of 2026. But I think we're going to see war. I think we're going to be seeing the revealing of chaos. I also wanted to add, I didn't make a video about this, but I did have a dream the other night, and I was dreaming all night, and the only thing I heard as I was awaking was prepare for chaos. Now, I know chaos is a real popular, buzzword in the media now, but that's what I heard. I heard the phrase prepare for chaos. So I think that this is really signaling all these things coalescing, and war is coming. War is coming. And I think we should be prepared. We've got to prepare ourselves, mentally, but more than that, spiritually. Spiritually, I think it's just all coming to head, things that people have had dreams and visions about, and people have been talking about for years. Well, I think this is the year. So I just want to make that video. Very interesting times. And with that said, thanks for listening.